Contenders for the three-point contest is really interesting this year. Every one of these guys is capable of going lights out in a setting like that.
Yeah, the field is almost set, and I wouldn't want to have to make a prediction. These are all fantastic shooters. It's just a matter of who gets hot on that day.
You look at Tatum. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And the excitement for this year's three-point contest keeps growing as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. Some amazing shooters in line to take part.
Hard to pick a winner out of that group of contenders, but safe to say it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Alexander Walker in at shooting guard and Reza Shea at the small. Kaminga. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Alexander Walker. Good on the three-point shot. Alexander Walker's got 7.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Payne looking around. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Rebound by the Celtics. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, sometimes the matchups just aren't in your favor no matter what you do. It seems like your opponent does it better.
Yeah, it wasn't a close one, and sometimes that's the kind of loss you'd rather have because it really gets the attention of your players.
Tatum's shot is off.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the...
Takes it inside.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Inside, here's Okongwu. Rebounded by Hauser.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Pass to Keita. The jump hook, and the shot is long. The Hawks leading by 7. Shoots from 14. Kaminga, no good. Now here's Payne, guarded by Reza Shea. Tatum driving, and that one drops.
Well, over the years, we've seen Tatum become increasingly comfortable playing through contact.
Jalen Johnson's checked in for Jonathan Kaminga. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And in addition, the three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
Lots of players do it, Coach, but what is the best part of Jason Tatum's game, in your opinion?
Wow, now that's a tough question, Kevin, because this guy can do it all. I would say what the best part of Tatum's game is, he can create whatever shot he needs at any given time. He's got the ball handling skills and the shot making ability to get where he needs to go and then finish the play.
And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. Celtics on D, trailing by 2. Pass to Alexander Walker. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Celtics passing it around. Brown down low. Guarded by Rizachet.
What a flush. Great athleticism from Brown.
Here's O'Connell. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Well, this new three-point era started with Stephen Curry, and it's really in the last decade that we're seeing the long-distance game extend to the center position. You look at the list of recent champions, it seems it's also not a luxury, but a necessity to have a paint presence who can also stretch the floor from deep.
Yeah, certainly a nightmare to contain. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. Boston making a switch here. Walsh is checked in. Back to Brown. Atlanta with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, guys. Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you.
I mean, what a player Jalen Brown has become. My goodness.
Using his length, getting in close to stuff it down. That's just too easy.
Now Pritchard. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Brown. And here's Vucevic. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Here's what the Atlanta Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Alperen Şengün and the Houston Rockets. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Pascal Siakam and the Indiana Pacers.
And looking at the Utah matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Brown wide open. He fires. Offline with his three. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Atlanta Hawks. 6-point game. So it's the Celtics now. Pass to Hauser. And here's Vucevic. Guarded by Rizachet. Over in the corner, Pritchard. Vucevic with the bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Rizachet. 14 points from him the last game against Indiana. McCollum, no good.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Brown. And now just a 2-point Hawks lead. Okongwu with a screen on Pritchard. It's good from long range. He's got 17.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Pass to Hauser on the arc. And it's White missing. Atlanta's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Okongwu with the screen for Johnson. And it's McCollum in the corner. Shot on the wing, and that's good. For 2. And it's a 7-point Hawks lead.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Left side, Brown. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got his 4th rebound in this one. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to an athlete and let him do the rest. That's a great finish from Johnson.
Pritchard feeling it out a bit. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Here's the Hawks with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Johnson, the pass to McCollum. Back to Johnson. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Johnson's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hawks. Now here's Brown. Three-pointer, Pritchard. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Very important triple there at the buzzer. That halftime deficit looks a lot more manageable when it's in single digits.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
Welcome. All right, guys, let's break it down. It has not been the ideal start for the Boston Celtics.
Sometimes you try on defense and still get scored on, and that's what's happening right now. They're struggling to find the answers, Shaq.
Got to tighten up, that's all I'll say.
Okay, fellas, now we'll look at the sharpshooters lining up for the three-point contest.
Now that we're close to knowing who will be participating, some of these guys may be in the gym early and leaving late, shooting threes on a timer.
If you're not prepared, it's easy to look bad in this event.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. If you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Celtics trail by 9. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum out there with Vucevic, and it's Pritchard in at the 1 spot. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
Well, just another night in the office for Jason Tatum. We've come to expect big games from him. He is that special.
Pass to Rizachet. Here's Alexander Walker. And again, it's Atlanta.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now, here. Vucevic missing. Now, Rizachet. He's covered by Brown. And it's Rizachet missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
White looking around. Vucevic setting the pick for White. To the inside. And here's Brown outside. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And that one's good. Rizachet. And the Hawks lead by 10.
Well, Rizachet has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
Tatum down low. Johnson on him. Tatum passes to Vucevic. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Johnson, good. And it's a 12-point Atlanta lead.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
3-pointer, Pritchard. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
Pass to Rizachet. Here's Alexander Walker. Okongwu a screen. Fires from deep. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 9 points. Good.
Well, Tatum is gifted at sizing up defenses and excellent at recognizing when to shoot off the dribble.
And sometimes, Stan, lost in everything he has done for his team, Jason Tatum is one heck of a playmaker.
Yeah, Kevin, I think what happens to guys like Tatum when they come into the league is because he can score the ball, and that's such an important skill, we tend to focus on the scoring. But Jason Tatum has become a better playmaker in his time in the league. He's become a better defender and a better rebounder. This guy excels at everything.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
To the paint. Okongwu against Tatum. After Rizichet. Here's Alexander Walker. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 12 now for Atlanta. Richard with the ball. Tatum on the wing. Covered by Johnson. Outside Tatum. The Celtics need to get a shot off. There's Brown with the three. Rebounded by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hawks.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that three ball for these guys.
That free throw good from Pritchard. Both free throws good from Pritchard.
why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away points.
Johnson outside. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
Well, Johnson is such a strong guy. He has no problem finishing against physical D.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Let's look now at which teams have been the hottest offensively for the past 10 games. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
Outside, White. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Reza Shea wide open. Connects from three-point range. Reza Shea's got 5.
A true highlight of Reza Shea's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
To Alexander Walker. Fires the 3. Jason Tatum cracks the board. Tatum's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. There's Brown.
Can't get anything to fall. It definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Shot clock at 6. There's the triple. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 23.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Down low. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Can't hit from in close.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
Johnson against Tatum. Brown outside. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones. He's got a nose for the bucket. Ricochet ready to go once he got it.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Austin making some changes. Kate is Celtics trail by 18. Right side Gonzalez. Pass to Tatum. Back to Gonzalez. Now here's Tatum. Guarded by Ricochet. Clock at 4. Brown outside. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. To the middle. Okongwu dishes to Johnson. Here's Ricochet, guarded by Tatum. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, with that explosive leaping ability, Okongwu is someone who spaces the floor vertically.
Here's Tatum. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Ricochet. Johnson with a screen on Tatum. And then Johnson with the jam.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. The Celtics making a switch here. Walsh is checked in. Atlanta making a switch here. Tatum, he's checked in for Sam Hauser. So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Jonathan Kuminga. He's out there with Ricochet. Jock Landale's out there with McCollum. No good on the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
From 15 feet away, and the shot goes in. 32 points for Jason Tatum.
Knowing his team needs a lift, he's putting them on his back.
McCollum outside. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Hawks lead by 19.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage. Showing great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
McCollum kicks to Kuminga. No good with the triple.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Here's Gonzalez. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 7th assist here tonight.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pass to McCollum. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
Well, you just got to love the control McCollum possesses on those in-between jumpers.
Outside Gonzalez. Here's Walsh. Pass to Tatum. Celtics passing it around. It's stolen by Kuminga. Now Landale. Inside. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. For the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Jock Landale. And it's Johnson in for Jonathan Kuminga. Atlanta leading by 17. On the wing, Johnson. Okongwu with a screen on Tatum. Johnson. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
Well, look. Johnson reads how the defense is playing it. Gets a little space coming off the pick. Nice play.
Brown finds Tatum. Payne with a screen for Tatum. Pass to Payne. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets the bucket.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
McCollum outside.
Hey, yo, right here.
Count it. The defender is called for the block, and this could turn into a three-point play.
Second personal foul.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Derek White comes in for Dante Exum, and it's Pritchard in for Payne. Outside Tatum. And a miss there on the triple. Atlanta leading by 20. Pass to McCollum. And just the way pilots use VR to train, now NBA officials can do the same.
Yeah, it's all about reps, right? Getting them with a headset in a lower stress setting helps prepare them to make the right call when the lights are brightest.
Can't be too surprised by this. Vucevic got the room, and he went to work.
Pass to McCollum. Rebound, Boston. Tatum's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pritchard passes to White. Tatum against McCollum. Tatum gets the bucket. Tatum's got 34 points.
And guys, it's no easy task defending Tatum inside. You can body him up, bump him, he'll still find a way.
Pass to McCollum. Takes a 3. Rebound, Boston. Brown outside. Here's Tatum. Inside, Tatum automatic.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Pass to Rizachet. Okongwu with the screen for Rizachet. And Okongwu slams it in.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Outside Tatum. Off target with his 3.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Oh, softly lays it in.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Wide, a screen on Johnson. Tatum! No good. Atlanta leading by 18. with a screen on Pritchard. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Okongwu's now got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, Okongwu has been stepping up his efforts on the offensive glass, and he's rewarded with the second chance bucket.
Good on the basket.
Really another fantastic offensive rebound and putback. This is the second game in a row where he has just been ball dominant.
Well, yeah, you can see how much energy he's playing with. He's on a roll, and he's not about to let it in.
And let's take a look now as we give our nod to our player of the game.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row.
Well, you got to like a wing ready to fire. Ricochet locked and loaded.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. And with so many teams, Stan, filling roster spots with rookie contracts, the importance of drafting well continues to rise.
Oh, absolutely it does, Kevin. The quicker you can get those guys up to speed and helping you on their rookie contracts, where they're at least relatively lower priced, helps your salary cap situation, helps you fill out the roster with quality players.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hawks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
There's 39 seconds left in the game. It's Okongwu, top of the key. The Hawks working the ball around. Clock at 6. Makes it off the glass.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Payne's shot is good.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball as we present our player of the game.